Morning, folks. So the well is still shut in from the other day, and you can see our flare started going. We killed the well and we lost all gas. The flare shut down, but looks to be the vent line pressured up and got some gas into the flare, so it's actually kind of a good sign. Means it might have broke loose down there and be flowing a little bit. So the chemical treatment we do here with all this paraffin, we like to go in there, we throw some acid down hole, then we put a bunch of scale and corrosion inhibitors down, and the 100 barrels of fresh water I had on, we heat it up with the hot oiler to about 200 degrees and shove it down hole, shut the pump jack down, close it in, let it sit for a little bit, and then we actually do open up the flow lines just in case everything breaks loose and anything comes back. So that's the treatment. We had another fire kick up last night, right about, it seems like they kick up in the afternoon or right before night. We don't know what started it. It's just north of here in the north unit of the Theodore Roosevelt National Park, and if it gets any closer than that, it would be a little concerning. So here's a little picture of how bad it got last night. Looks like they lost a fire truck. Those boys were running from that truck last night. So anyways, we're going to get to turning the pump jack back on here, get the pumping unit going, and we'll take it from there. So let's get to it here. Before I fire anything up, everything is still completely shut down. You can hear that we're still flowing. Which is a really good sign. So that fresh water is really light, along with the chemicals and stuff we put down there. And you know, it creates lift and helps get everything loosened up down there. And the fact that it's flowing like that right now is a really good sign. So we'll get the pump jack going and gauge tanks and see what happened here. Depending on the level of the fluid in there, we'll really know how much we loosen things up downhole. A couple inches. All right, let's get the pump jack going. Had to figure out my electronics. All right, so now we're pumping. And now we have to sit here and babysit the well for a little while, see what kind of returns we're getting before we fire up our treater and our recycle line. You can actually see a little bit of movement. It's dropping a little pressure on the tubing on the pump, so that's a good thing. It means she's coming back to life on us. So all right, so the well's pumping and we're starting to get a little gas out from the treater. So the main flare coming up is our gas out of the treater. The one at an angle is the vent line. So we're starting to get a little gas back now, so that's a good sign. Alrighty folks, so we got the pumping unit running. We're gonna have to wait probably another 24 hours to build gas pressure enough to get the whole system running and see what kind of returns we get. So the well was getting down to about 33 barrels a day, so that's when we go ahead and do the service, and it hopefully brings us back to the 40-45 mark. So the fires, we're in a really bad drought. It's really dry out here, and so far we've had a handful all over the state. 4 or 5 fires I think we're up to now, and we're just gonna have to keep an eye out on it. So, but for all you new subscribers, I appreciate you being here. This channel is kind of a mix now between oilfield trucking, the tanker business, and lease operating pumping wells. So you kind of get to see both sides of it. Maybe there's a lot you don't know about the oil industry and what actually happens out here that you might see a different side of the story. So I'm glad you're here. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Dan Terlecki, Justin Snow, Henry Bob, Firebird, all of you, everybody out there, Matt, Marshall, thank you folks, appreciate you. Alrighty folks, we're gonna get out of here for the day. It is Easter Sunday, but we don't really do holidays. So alrighty folks, y'all be blessed. We'll see you soon.
So have a super awesome lucky day.